Alright, I am back, fellas, with another nonsense video. I saw that my Is YouTube Fake video doing pretty well, and I had some additional thoughts. I was gonna make this video anyways, because I have a lot of video ideas in mind that I'm gonna publish eventually whenever I get to it. I do multiple takes, and if I don't feel it, I just stop recording and I try again another day, And if it doesn't work out, I just don't release it. So going along, I wanted to title this video, Is YouTube a Scam? But I won't, because that's clickbait. I still don't think YouTube is a scam, but they're doing some pretty scammy things. So if you haven't heard lately, I do watch a lot of commentary channels, and most of them have covered this. But there is a huge scandal, and most people won't care because it doesn't affect them unless they are a sizable content creator. So essentially what happened was YouTube was selling ads to a lot of companies and individuals as well, and they promised that certain ads would perform in a certain way. So they had something called True View ads, and if you bought a True View ad, then they promised that it would behave in a certain way. Now, I don't remember all the specifics and I might be getting them wrong, but essentially it's the ads that you see when you're watching a video. So, the 5-second skippable ads, or it might come up in the middle or the end, or it might be unskippable. But basically those ads have more value because the person watching a video are more likely to engage with the advertisement. Now, the percentage is probably really small, but it is better than just having like a banner ad somewhere or a video just pop up in the corner and play by itself, because no one likes those. But people don't like ads in general, but they will at least tolerate the skippable ads if you already don't have an ad blocker. So the problem was that YouTube was taking all this money from large companies. If you look at the list, it's huge. It's like Samsung is in there, I think, Disney. I think Disney was in there. It's a huge list of these giant corporations that bought ads on YouTube. And what YouTube was doing, being a little sneaky, they were playing these ads in like mobile games, in these like weird websites, and they were just pop up in the corner, very, very small, and just be automatically playing and muted, and it wouldn't be skippable. It was just playing there to farm views. And the worst part is these companies don't know, and they can't know, because the only way to get the analytics is through YouTube. So YouTube controls that data and they can fake it. They can fake the heck out of it. So YouTube was essentially scamming these corporations. Now, why is this an issue? It's a huge issue because these corporations are gonna lose faith in YouTube, and they will take their ad money elsewhere. And when they do this, everyone who makes content on YouTube trying to make money is gonna suffer. There's just gonna be less money coming in for YouTube ad buys. And this is terrible news for people who make a living on YouTube. For me, it doesn't matter because I make like $3 a month. I'm not even lying, I do make $3 a month. Recently it has shot up to $7 a month, so thank you to everyone watching my videos. But you can't get the money until you accumulate $100, and then you get the money. So it takes me more than a year to get, a $100 paycheck from YouTube. It feels really bad, but it is what it is. So for a guy like me, it's not gonna really affect me too much, but for people who make a living, it's gonna be awful news because now there's gonna be less ad money coming in, and that means people are gonna make less money per ad view on YouTube. So I've been thinking about a lot of this, and I think it's all nonsense because there's a couple of things at play here where YouTube really messed up. And this is all speculation, so I don't know if it's true or not. This is all things I heard, and these are things that make sense if you really think about it, but doesn't mean it's true. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But here's a couple of things to think about while pondering, if YouTube is going to be worth it in the future. So essentially, I noticed a couple of things. I noticed that a lot of channels that had a lot of views were getting less views lately. And I've noticed from a lot of other content creators that they have been consistently getting less views. And there is a theory, YouTube is decreasing discoverability. They're trying to push the content creators to buying exposure on the platform. there were a lot of smaller content creators, and this is pretty much the trend. So the first trend was if you don't monetize your content, it doesn't do well. And you probably heard of a lot of channels where they got demonetized and it killed the channel. So I can think of a few. There was like a parkour channel that got demonetized for no apparent reason, and it killed the channel essentially. A lot of traffic dropped, the number of subscribers dropped. So demonetization does hurt the channel. So if you're not monetized, and if you don't monetize your videos, they're not going to do as well as if you had monetized them. Now, this isn't 100% true for everybody. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are not monetized that have done extremely well on YouTube. I'm talking about in trends. I'm talking about in general. The trend is that if you are not monetized, or if you were monetized and then get demonetized, that the videos tend to do worse. They perform worse. So the second thing is, if you are performing well, if you are monetized, that YouTube will make you perform worse if you do not pay for extra discoverability. So there was like an art channel, I don't remember the name, but it looked like a nice lady talking about how her channel was suffering because it wasn't monetized, so she monetized her channel, and then now it's not doing well because YouTube wants her to pay extra for discoverability. And now again, I'm not saying that this is 100% true. I know there are a lot of channels that do well without ever paying YouTube a single penny. And for me, I have some videos that do extremely well without me paying for anything. I'm not saying that this is 100% true in all cases. I'm saying that there is enough of a trend to show that this is kind of the direction they're going in. And the reason why I believe this to be the case is that YouTube can make more money if they just skim some of your money. So if you are doing well for YouTube and they're pondering, how do I make more money? I know, I'll just make them do worse and have them pay me extra, and then so I can give them the performance they had before. They're skimming more of your profits off. It makes sense to me. There's a lot of companies that do this. So YouTube isn't the only one. Facebook has been notorious for this. So Facebook has like a flat discoverability in that it doesn't matter if you have 1 billion followers, you have the same chance at exposure as someone with no followers. So I don't know if this is the case now, but that was the case back then. And there was a bunch of content creators on Facebook, and they wrote an article. This was, I think, about, 8-10 years probably ago. It was a while ago, but they're saying that they had to keep paying ads to Facebook to make money, and then a large percentage of their profit was going towards Facebook ads, so it was no longer viable and they had to get off of Facebook. The reason why companies do this, again, is it's a very easy way to make money without doing any work. You just make channels suffer a little bit, and you're like, hey, if you pay us money, you might get your you might get your performance back. And a lot of YouTubers might be willing to do that because it is a significant drop in traffic and profits. It's not enough where you're like, oh god, I'm gonna be broke if you were making money already, but it's like, oh, I can feel the impact. I can feel that I'm definitely getting less. So this is kind of funny because if YouTube was doing that, then they shot themselves in the foot, because if channels are not doing well, if they're on purpose holding them back, then there's less ad views, and because of that, they were forced to show these ads in other places and cheat the system so they can collect more money from these giant corporations. And it kind of boggles my mind, because why not just help every channel to perform better? Then there's more ad views that you can sell legitimately. Like, there's no reason why you should do this. I think the reason why it happened was, if it's true, if my thinking is true, which it totally could be wrong, okay, I'm just speculating here. I like to think of these situations because I'm jaded, and I tend to think, large corporations are evil and soulless. They shot themselves in the foot. They limited ad views, and now they wanted more ad impressions and ad views, and they have to go elsewhere to get those ad views. Why not help every channel do better? And if you haven't been on YouTube for a while, if you look at channels that existed like 10-15 years ago, the number of views they have per video is insane. So I know my old buddy Oakface Gaming, shout out to Oak, I hope you're doing well, buddy. He lives in Australia. He's been working hard. If you look at his old YouTube channel, he has some videos that almost hit 500,000. That's insane. 500,000 today? That's like unheard of. And why not go back to that where YouTube actually has the algorithm push content to everybody? Because if they don't like it, they can just skip it, right? But guess what? The view is legitimate and the ad view is legitimate as well, and everyone wins. So if there's like a content creator that wasn't getting exposure and all of a sudden they pop off because they got discovered, that's great for YouTube because now they have more customers staying on the platform. They got more people being able to watch ads. I'm just speaking in terms of like the corporations and YouTube, just the business mind, right? It's not great for people to watch more ads, but you get what I'm saying. Why not do this, right? Why not? Now, I'm not saying that, I should be one of those channels or anything, because I do watch a fair bit of YouTube in my spare time, mostly commentary channels, but I have seen a few videos here and there, and I realized that, wow, these people are really good. They're really good at making content. I've said that before in my previous video, but like, if you look at like, I like the tech-oriented channels, so if you look at like Mark Rober, Hacksmith, I like Linus as well. All these tech channels and, any other channel that puts a lot of effort into their videos and the level of production and just, if you try it yourself, like get in front of a camera and read a script and make it sound natural and be charismatic, it's hard. It's very hard, let alone making it look really clean and feel really highly produced. Because these guys are making YouTube videos that are on the level of TV shows back in the day, or even better, I would argue. Alright, so that's it. Bottom line, I think it's kind of funny because, I had the feeling that YouTube was botting certain videos just to get ad views, but it turned out they were just botting the ad views in a different way. And I guess it makes sense because if your videos aren't doing well, they can hold it hostage and be like, pay us money. But if you want to know, my buddy Whoopty likes to share analytics with me. Shout out to Whoopty. He's been raising dogs and making pizza. That's awesome. But he would share his analytics freely with me, and he was telling me about certain channels where I forgot, it was like I think a horror video game channel where they were paying ads and they were getting like a massive amount of subscribers. I think Whoopty paid for ads too, and he was paying a couple dollars a day, and essentially it turned out to $1 per subscriber for him. And the views didn't accumulate though, so you do have to spend quite a bit of money if you're purchasing ads. The key is to get as much performance per dollar as you can in terms of impressions, and I've heard a lot of friends say that if you buy ads on TikTok, you get the most exposure, but whether or not that exposure converts to YouTube, that's another question. But yeah, I like thinking about all this stuff. I like talking about it with whoever wants to talk about it, and I find it super interesting. Yeah, will my content get better? Probably not, because I like making videos like this. I feel more comfortable, and I like making trash. And that's gonna be it. I'll catch you guys next time. This video probably won't perform as well, and that's fine. I got some other videos coming up. I want to talk about what reviewing 500 games in the span of 3 years did and stuff like that. But yeah, look forward to my inane rants. Alright, catch you guys next time.